Charlie Brown's teacher over here.
First time we had to take 2 so far. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Sports Talk. We here with my man Joey Martin. How are you?
I'm glad to be here as always, brother.
Yeah, we are here again at like every Thursday morning at Playmaker, the beautiful Playmaker Sportsbook Bar and Grill.
Very nice.
Today's an exciting day for both of us because we got a special guest on the show today.
Soon enough.
What's his name? I can't remember what his name is. It's something. I know he's over in Vidalia for a while. I'm trying to think. We're super excited to have not only Vidalia legend, but Louisiana legend.
Absolutely.
And this guy's a legend on and off the field.
Yes.
Coach D. Faircloth's here to join us today.
Hey, it's going to be a fun hour.
What a guy.
What I got.
What a guy. As long as he don't fall asleep in the chair over here in these comfortable chairs, we're going to be all right. Well, let's dive in real quick, Joey, and let's knock our headlines out so we can get to Coach, because I know we're going to have a lot of laughs and all that. I know people enjoy that. Let's kind of talk about what's going on in the world. I love the Sentinel this week is talking about one of Coach's best teams of all time, maybe the best, is the 2003
That was a fun year.
Yeah, 2003 team. So what else have we got going? Because I'm sure we'll talk about that more.
Sure. We can start with softball, Ronnie. If St. Al defeated ACCS 9-0 in their district opener, and kind of a tough one for Savannah Buck, the AC coach who came from St. Al. She was there 4 years, and it was tough over there. It got a lot of yang going on with people just kind of, I guess, upset that she left. But
yeah,
it's still, they'll have another chance at them. And Capaya defeated Cathedral 6-2. Now, the Cathedral came back and beat St. Al 14-4. So if you're kind of looking down the road, which coaches love looking ahead.
Yeah.
Cathedral, if they can beat Capaya by 5 runs or more, they would win the district if they both go unscathed. But as you know, anything can happen. But a huge game this Monday is ACCS host Cathedral, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
That will be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to make that one.
And of course, we got football really kicking in gear this Friday. 3 big games. I just noticed, or just got a report, that Cathedral moved their kickoff of their game with St. Al to 7:30 because of the heat.
The heat makes sense, yeah.
But as Coach Fairclough can tell you, 7:30 used to be the standard kickoff time years ago.
Huh.
So it was when they moved it up to 7. I said, "Thank you. That helps making deadline."
Yeah, exactly.
But actually, it was in the 90s, and I think it was MPSA was the first to move the kickoff to 7. And I remember walking out to the AC Seminole, first game of the year. I'm walking out there at 10 after 7, and I look out there. They're playing.
Yeah.
What's going on? And one of the coaches, nobody told you? Oh, hello. So, anyway, that's going to be a huge game. They're going to introduce the 73, 83, and 93 football team. Yeah. Which is a lot of fun.
Tonight, which is Thursday, tonight over at our awesome partners at Wardo's, I think they're doing a little Cathedral alumni thing where a lot of the guys are getting together and just kind of eating and having some drinks and some laughs and some memories.
I'm looking forward to seeing those guys. I covered all 3 of those teams. Let's see. It's old, ain't it? All right, we've also got ACCS huge game hosting Jackson Prep. That's probably the biggest non-playoff game at AC in years. And Jackson Prep has won 7 games in a row. They only lost 1 game last year. That was to Madison Ridgeland, who they came up beat in the state
that's
championship
right.
game. So
That's right, yeah.
that's going to be a fun night right there. Of course, Natchez High opens up against, they've got Hancock. Yeah, I think that's how the first time they may have played. The coaches know each other real well. It'll be interesting to see how Natchez High looks in their first game. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for all the teams after interviewing all the coaches and everything.
Yeah.
A lot of good guys coaching our team, coaching our kids, and I'm hoping for a good season for everybody.
Absolutely. And, you know, if you can start good and have a good get down to the gate, well, it can mean a lot for the rest of the season.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man.
And of course, Bené's going to play at Sicily Island. That's official now.
That is official. Okay,
yeah,
for the first game.
Yeah,
okay.
Their field's not ready, so they have to move it, which I really hate for the seniors, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think Coach had a good outlook on it. You know, like let's just get out there and look at the positives.
We can't control.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right. Any other things that you want to get to before
I think that's pretty much it. Let's get to the meat of it.
That's right. That's right. You may wonder why I'm Vikinged out today, and that is in honor of Coach Faircloth. This is my best Coach Faircloth get up that I got going. He's smirking at me over there. He's ready to get to me. But hey, we're gonna take a super quick break and get Coach in here, and then we're gonna have a little fun.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Mullins, Director of Radiology Services at Trinity Medical. We offer many services to the rural areas, including MRI, CT, digital mammo, fluoroscopy, and ultrasound.
Hi, I'm Abby Laird, the ultrasound technologist at Trinity Medical.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm an x-ray technologist at Trinity Medical. Nobody enjoys coming to the hospital, at least I don't, or having your annual appointments, but I try to make their experience as pleasant as possible.
My name is Amy Smith and I'm a radiologic technologist here at Trinity Medical. Here at Trinity Medical, we now offer MRI services for our Miss Lou community.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I'm the lead mammographer here at Trinity Medical. Here at Trinity, we have one of the newest mammography units. It's a Dimensions tomographic 3D, 2D machine, so you're getting the benefit of a 2D mammo and a 3D mammo. The detection rates are higher now that technology has gone a little bit further. It's basically the best mammography unit you can get.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. I want to tell you about our awesome partners, J.E. Hicks Distributing Company, also known as Hicks Chiks. Hicks Chiks is a local, family-owned food distribution company that has been serving the Miss Lou since 1945. You already know they serve all of your favorite restaurants, but did you know they are also open to the public? Hicks has a variety of food products, including delicious heat and eat options like chicken and dumplings, white bean chicken chili, lasagna, and gumbo. They also carry a wide variety of seafood options like shrimp, crabs, tuna steaks, salmon, and catfish. And don't forget about their famous TNT burgers that are already pattied up for you and their amazing dessert options. So go see the awesome team at Hicks Chiks at 1380 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Natchez. Hicks Chiks, way more than just chicken. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We want to tell you about our awesome partner, Dr. Gregg and Gregg Veterinary Hospital. Gregg Veterinary Hospital has been providing comprehensive, reliable, cutting-edge veterinary services to pets in the Miss Lou since 2002. They welcome pets of all shapes and sizes who are in need of emergency treatment or who require routine medical, surgical, and dental care. Dr. Gregg and his team offer a long list of services, including in-house laboratory diagnostics, digital x-ray, soft tissue, orthopedic surgery, dental care, extractions, laser surgery, laser therapy, preventative health, and wellness plans. And if you need grooming and boarding services, they do that too. So call Gregg Veterinary Hospital today. All right, guys, we are back at Champion Sports Talk. And speaking of champions, we got one on the set here with us today, Joey.
He is a true champion.
Welcome to the show, Coach.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Of course, at my age, I'm glad to be anywhere.
Coach, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you coached at Magnolia for 47 years?
47 years.
Man, seen a lot of things in 47 years, and we're going to talk about some of those today.
Have been some great times.
Absolutely.
Joey, I guess let's just dive in. Let's have some fun. I'll let you kind of start things off.
Okay, well, your record, of course, I never know because it seems to be different every time I see something. 274, 197, and 6. Ranked number 12th still in the state among coaches, which is coaches we have. That's quite an accomplishment.
It was a great run,
Yes,
I guarantee you.
Of course, I just had fun visiting with you and some of the 2003 team. That was a lot of fun. And somebody said, "Wow, you wrote a book on it." I said, "Yeah, we'll have to make a movie." So who would play D. Fairclough?
Ben Affleck.
What was the story you used to tell?
Coach, I think he's got too much hair to play either one of us.
What was the story you used to tell about Brad Pitt?
Well, when they said, "Coach, how have you changed since you started coaching?" I said, "Well, I came to Vidalia, I was 6'4". I had curly black hair. It looked like Ben Affleck before he ever even born. I said, after coaching 40-something years, I said, look at me now, I look like Danny DeVito."
Of course, you went into the Louisiana High School and Coaches Hall of Fame in 2014. And I remember calling your close buddy, Billy Calvert, and who graduated from Vidalia in the 50s. Then he coached at Delhi, and y'all had some great games against each other. Then went to work for the LHSAA, and I would come to your office, and y'all be sitting there talking for hours. But anyway, I went to call Billy. I said, "Hey, I want to see some comments about Coach Fairclough going in the Hall of Fame. Tell him he can't wear his cap, his bike shorts, his coaching shoes, or those socks." But I know you got at least one Billy Calvert game story.
Billy Calvert was tremendous. I remember one night we played Delhi, tough game, and it was coming down to the last few seconds of the game who was going to win it. Delhi went back to punt, and I told my kids, I said, "Do not rush that punter." Well, naturally, the way we do things, they went through there and tore his legs off when he kicked, and of course they threw the flag and everything. And in those days, the official would come up to your team captain and say, "Do you want the penalty or the play?" He said, if you take the play, then it's Vidalia's ball downfield. If you take the penalty, we'll give you enough first down. So I had one of my star players, Bill Mosley, who had torn the guy's legs off, came by him, and when the referee was talking to him, and Bill came by him and said, "Coach said take the play." And that captain said, "We'll take the play." Then he said, "Wait a minute. Well, in those days, you couldn't change your mind. Once you made that statement, it was done." I remember Billy Calvert on the other sideline jumping as high as the light post. He said, "Can you believe that mess?"
Well, there was also a story about a playbook he found once, wasn't it?
Oh, he was terrible. He was terrible. Always gave about a 10-page scout report on everybody I played. And he had seen my scout reports before, so he made up one that I had done. And he got off the bus. He said, "Y'all stay on this bus. Let me check out the dressing room." Well, he went in there and found an open locker and stuck that fake scout report in that locker. And so his kids came in, and naturally they went right to that. "Coach, here's a scout report on us." He said, "I don't even want to hear about it. Don't tell me." He said, "I was sorry that I couldn't tackle, couldn't hit." Well, we beat him anyway, so he had to come through after the game. Through that scout, I still got that scout report. I said, you would have to improve to be sorry.
Oh, God.
But he was great. He was
You
my
can't
best
knock
friend.
the effort, Coach. You can't knock the effort.
Oh, he made up stuff. He made up stuff all the time. When he played Tallulah, his rival up at Dale High, 20 miles apart, he made him spend all week making a sheet with the Tallulah Trojan insignia on it. And after they left practice that Thursday, all the kids left, he hung the sheet on the door of the dressing room. That'll fire my boys up. Well, he went home and he sat down there for a couple of minutes and knocked on the door. He was his little manager. And he says, Coach, you know what Tallulah did? They put a sign on our door. He said, really? And they said, but don't worry, Coach, I took it down and tore it all to pieces. Billy said, I spent a whole week making that sign. And he would do stuff, saying that the day he came down up to Dale High 72 miles and painted his dressing room door.
You and I talked a while back. You were in my studio about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and you told me a story about how I guess your head coaching career got started.
Yes,
A guy named Lou Remkus.
Yeah, that was.
Can you share that with us?
I was just fixing to graduate from Northeast. My dad, he coached at Manny and had a heart attack the year before and passed away. And so the people over at Manny called me and said, Coach, would you come over and interview for the head coaching job? Well, of course, I was a rookie. I ain't even got out of school yet. So I went over there and I interviewed with the school board and the superintendent and the principal and all that. And after that interview, they said, Coach, you've got the job. Said, we'll send you a contract. You should get it in the next couple of days up in Monroe. I said, that sounds good. No mail, no mail. Another day, no mail, no mail. I said, I wonder what's going on. So I tried to call somebody, couldn't get hold of anybody. So I drove over to Manny that Saturday. And I drove through town looking for somebody I knew, couldn't find anybody. So I pulled up in this little convenience store to get me something to drink. And I walked up to the counter and I said, did y'all ever hire you a football coach here in Manny? And the guy says, we sure did. I said, well, I was fixing to say, well, here I am. And he said, yeah, we hired a guy named Lou Remkus. I said, Lou Remkus? I'm not Lou Remkus. And he said, you ever heard of Lou Remkus? I said, yeah. Lou Remkus was the head coach of Houston Oilers when Billy Cannon and them won the AFL championship. That's Lou Remkus. He said, yeah, that's who we hired. And I said, well, my coaching career ended in 2 days. But I'm so glad. I thank the Lord every day for letting Lou get that job because he went 0-11 on the season. Didn't win a game. I said, oh, God, what would I have done there?
So you played quarterback at Mangum, right?
I played quarterback at Mangum. I played at several different schools. My dad's the head coach. Played at Leesville, Bolton, Mangum.
Okay. And then you went to ULM, and how many concussions did you end up having?
3. That's what's wrong with me today. I can't remember where I parked my car.
So you ended up being what student manager or something?
No, he's a graduate assistant.
Graduate assistant.
Yeah. I was working on my master's degree, and Coach White, who was my second father, took care of me and gave me a position. I was with him for 3 years, and I learned a lot of football from him. And I came down to Vidalia under Coach Don Alonzo. Great coach, great coach. And he'd left after a year, and they moved me up to the head coaching job.
Now, your dad coached at A&M, right?
He coached
what
at Texas.
What was it like being on the A&M campus and
Oh,
dad as a coach?
that was an experience that you couldn't even write about.
Yeah.
I mean, my first days of school were at A&M Consolidated, one of the top schools in the nation. Of course, I almost flunked first grade being there, but
They got you in because you were the coach's son. Is that how you?
no, they felt sorry for me. They just said we'll promote him to second grade. But it was quite an experience to watch A&M and watch my dad fly in from road games and stuff like that. And
The
it was
tradition itself.
the tradition. I used to sit on the side of the road watching them build the giant bonfire that they always had before Thanksgiving, and that was tremendous. The freshmen had to build it. I know they was excited, yeah. But it was quite an experience, you know. I'm always gonna be an Aggie.
I can understand that.
You had a pretty good ball player from Magnolia that ended up over there too, right?
Yeah. Keith Woodside, great player.
Talk about that recruitment at him, Coach.
Oh, he was recruited by everybody in the world. Everybody. And I asked him right before we got out for the Christmas holiday, I said, come here, Keith. I said, if you had to sign today, who would you sign with? He said, I'd sign Texas A&M. I said, why Texas A&M? They ain't even been over here to see you yet. He said, just want to go to Texas A&M. Everybody say, well, you must have coached him into going to A&M. I had nothing to do with that. But he went over and had a great career, one of their top players ever. And he still holds the record for most receptions out of the backfield. I think 77.
We're talking about the phone call.
Wow.
Oh, the phone call. Keith's greatest player he ever watched was Tony Dorsett, who had played with Jackie Sherrill up at Pittsburgh. So they were kind of in cahoots. And he said, Coach, could I use your phone? Jackie Sherrill said, can I use your phone? I said, sure. He said, Keith, come here a minute. Keith went in there and they shut the door.
And Sherrill was head coach at A&M.
Yeah, Jackie Sherrill was the head coach at A&M at that time. So he got Tony Dorsett to get on the phone with Keith Woodside to tell him, you need to go to Texas A&M. And actually, that sold up the deal.
Done after that.
Yeah, he was number 33, had Dorsett's number. It was something else. He was a great player.
You've coached some great players, and you've played against some great players. And one of the things that I was laughing at, kind of reminiscing about some of our conversations, was we were talking about Booger McFarland. And you said that he still owes you some money.
Booger owes me a lot of money. I can't contact him because he won't answer my phone call. But all his highlight films were with Vidalia Vikings, where he was killing us. So he owes me a lot of money. Went on to LSU and then Tampa Bay and Indianapolis. So
TV star.
Yeah, he's now a TV star.
Yeah.
So he ought to be able to kick in a lot of dough.
So we got to hear some bus stories, because you got some great bus stories, especially like Providence and up that way.
Oh, God. We traveled to some of the greatest places in the world to play football. One of them was Lake Providence. Lake Providence way up north. Their lights were so dim that you had to go see if you can see your hand in front of you. Our passing game was limited up there, and it was something else. We walked in the dressing room and kids said, "Coach, what's those holes up in those windows?" I said, "Bullet holes." They went, "Oh Lord!"
And who was it that was on top of the bus?
Oh, Fred. We went and played Richwood. That's another exciting place. They told us, we got to get out of here. The police said, we got to hurry up and get out of here. It's not a real good place to be after dark. And so we had just won the ball game, and I said, throw your bags up to Coach Marsalis on top of the bus, and he'll get them straight. Well, I looked out there, and all the fans from Richwood were in the stands watching their band play. So I said, this is our time to escape. Let's go now. I said, Fred, get off the bus. He said, well, just a minute. I said, let's take off. We took off out of there. Fred's holding on top of the bus. Looked like a surfer in California. We got to a stoplight. We got him down off the bus.
And you always have your guys wear their helmets leaving Lake Providence.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that was our standard procedure. And because when you left Lake Providence, they had those little side streets, and they waited in an ambush for you to throw rocks. Throw rocks at the buses, and they busted out a lot of windows and everything. So I had my kids wear their football helmets on the bus, and I stood up in the bus and on my tiptoes, so if they hit me, it hit me in the neck. And we started out one night, and and I saw a couple of my heads come up, you know, like, what's Coach talking about? There ain't no problem here. At that time, a brick hit the side of the bus.
Oh my goodness.
Those heads went down. They didn't come up at 30 miles.
Well, speaking of the bus, you used to always sit in the front of the bus.
Yeah.
You had to change that.
Yeah, that was my standard procedure, sit up in front of the bus. And we got home from a road trip one night, and the band director came by me and said, Coach, you know, one of your boys mooned our band bus when we came by? I said, oh, gosh. So from that day on, I sat in the back of the bus. I always kept them in front of me. And I put my water girls, they had to sit back there with me. I didn't want them to be with the players, so I could keep my eye on them. And it was...
Don't miss those bus rides, dude.
No. Concordia Parish School Board never put shocks on their buses. So I had a lot of tail problems riding those buses. I remember the father that used to be at Cathedral, Father Brock, he would come over and bless us every Wednesday. So when Cathedral got eliminated, he would go with us on all our trips. And one night he looked over at me and said, y'all don't have any shocks on these buses? I said, are you feeling it? He said, yes, I am.
That's funny that Coach brought up that the dim light game, because I heard about that game actually, and they said that the lights were so dim that night, the only thing in the stadium that was shining was right here on the top of Coach's
Yeah, when I
head.
took my hat off.
The only
Yeah.
reflection in the stadium.
Yeah, it was quite an exciting time.
Look, Coach, we go picking on each other all the way back to high school, and he always told me, be careful what you pick on, and that.
Yeah.
So
See, I knew
he
that.
won again.
I knew these two guys when I had hair.
So Coach, let's talk about some of your. Let's just kind of run through some of the best players and teams that you. I got written down a scoreless quarters record that you guys had for a while.
Yes, I had great players, and through 47 years, I was very blessed to have such great players, such great kids, and I had great coaches that were with me too. And it was, what was you asking about?
Just talking about some of the your scoreless quarters records,
yeah.
some of those.
Back in 1973, we had an outstanding defensive ball club. And I had 7 kids off that team going to college, playing college. But we went 37 straight quarters without giving up a point. So we had that record for years till St. Thomas More broke that record years later. But it was quite an accomplishment. I mean, we played Newellton for the district championship. We got a safety right off the bat, and our kids came to the sideline and said, this game's over. And it was. But it was, I was very proud of that team.
Who are some of those players throughout the years? Because I know everybody watching this, they're going to tune in and they love hearing their names and their families' names and stuff. So who are just running through? Who are some of your guys that really stand out to you every year?
Oh God,
I know there's no way to
it's
name
hard.
them all.
It's hard to name all those. Bill Mosey was a great player. Eddie Ray Jackson, Joe Ray Hooker. It was beyond belief.
2003 team.
My little running back. Daryl Mays was tremendous player. Daryl Mays scored 6 touchdowns one night against the Washita Christian, who's one of the elite teams in North Louisiana. But it was, we had so many good linebackers too. Everybody called us linebacker high because all our linebackers would leave us, and they were outstanding running back. Of course, I ran my tailbacks quite a bit. Eddie Ray Jackson back in his day carried the ball 47 times against McCall. Never fumbled the ball. We won that ball game. And so running backs like to come play every day because they're going to get a lot of touches.
Linebackers play running back like Brian Bradford.
Oh, Brian Bradford was tremendous. One of the finest kids I ever coached. would knock your socks off. He knocked socks off Booger McFarland one night up in the playoffs. I mean, he wide-eyed Booger. And
Of course, George Cupid.
George Cupid, great player, went on to play at LSU. He was on that 73 team. He's my middle linebacker. And I had Lee Bailey on that team, Robbie Savant, Gary Waller. I mean, you could go on down the line.
I remember the story y'all playing Waterproof. Lee Bailey broke loose and was running down the field. And the kid from Waterproof tripped over his own feet on purpose.
Yeah, they didn't want any part of tackling Lee Bailey. I mean, when they saw him coming, he had those long arms, and he carried this one up in the air like he's going to club you if you came by. And he wore pads all over his arm, looked like RoboCop. And he'd come out there and he would grunt, and those guys
Joe
went.
Ray ran too.
Yeah, Joe Ray did that too. And those guys said, I ain't tackling that guy.
Just get out of the way.
Hey, you got to mention British Jenkins. I don't want him getting on me.
Oh, Prentice. Prentice one of my great running backs.
Yeah.
Prentice, he signed at LSU and then went on to play in Oklahoma. Great running back.
Yeah.
Great running back. And a great defense. They signed him as a
I was going
defensive
to say,
back.
they signed him as a corner, is that right?
Yeah. He played in the All-Star game, and I gave him all my equipment, to wear up there. He brought it back and said, I didn't have to wear any of that, Coach. I said, really? Who gave you something? He said, LSU gave me every pad they had.
Wow.
So they really liked him down there.
But you also had players who were football intelligent. You had people like Bernie Cooley and
Yes.
And that made a huge difference. Didn't it?
Bernie, one of the finest centers I ever had. Yeah. I had kids that were football smart,
Right.
and that makes a total difference. That 73 team, I had a little old safety. He's just a freshman. He would run up to the line of scrimmage and go, they coming right here, because he had read that scout report. He knew exactly where they was coming, and that helped, We were geared to play.
You had guys that weren't only football smart, but they were proud to wear that Viking helmet.
I always told my kids, I said, the difference between you and these other schools, you got those horns on your helmets. You're a Vidalia Viking. You're head and shoulders above everybody else. And I said, you got to make that an honor, and I was glad that I think they've kept their horns. I'm not sure. I think Josh has kept their horn.
And one of my favorite stories is when you would play OCS, Wichita Christian a lot. Stephen Fitzhugh was still coaching there, still winning championships. But you'd always meet in Winsboro somewhere.
Yeah, he's one of my great friends. Stephen Fitzhugh, tremendous football coach. He's won so many state championships you can't even count them. And
What school is that?
Wichita Christian. Yeah, they're still winning. And we would meet at Winsboro. In those days, on Saturday, coaches would travel all over the state, go halfway to who they played. There was no huddle. I think y'all go back to them having to travel like I did. But we'd meet at Winsboro at the restaurant up there, and he would bring his little kids, and they were little old bitty squirts. And so I told
outstanding athletes.
they turned into great athletes against me too. And I told him, I said, I'm going to bring you something next year when we meet here. So I brought him some Viking horns to put on his little old helmet. And Fitzhugh called me later on and said, you're going to get me fired up here. I said, why? He said, there's my kid running around on the sideline with Viking horns on his helmet. I said, well, y'all fell for it, didn't you?
I gotta ask you, I wish there was a way of looking this up. Of course, your dad has a stadium named after him at Quincy, and now you obviously have a stadium at Vidalia. Do you know any other father-sons who have stadiums?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably not in Louisiana for sure.
I know one of my old players went down he was at Leesville, went down and played at DeQuincy. His son played at DeQuincy. He said, Coach, they got a stadium named after you. I said, no, that's my dad. That was back in DeQuincy.
And I think y'all played DeQuincy at home.
Yes, we did. I got to play on that field. Yeah. We
That
played.
had to be.
Oh, God, I was nervous as I could be. I said that. because as a kid, I was out on that field. I was the mascot, age 3, running on the field, on the shoulders of the captain, you know. They said, how was that? I said, it wasn't no fun. I said, you ever rode a horse without a saddle? I said, I was hurting. But I told them when they named that stadium after me, I said, you know, you're supposed to name stadiums after people when they die. I said, what y'all telling me?
Tell them to hold off for a minute.
This is a question I've always wanted to ask you. And at one point, obviously, as in the second quarter, do you decide how am I going to act in the dressing room at halftime? Because I've heard stories from some of your kids of you throwing a trash can across the room. But my favorite story is one of the kids told me, it was probably one of the worst first halves the day has ever played. And one of the kids told me, he walked into the dressing room, coach went straight to his office, we're all sitting there waiting. He never came out. And then when it was time to go back out, he walked out and said, all right, ladies, let's go. And he don't play the best second half.
Yeah.
So how do you decide how to...
It just comes off your head, you know. I remember I went in there one time, we'd played bad, and I walked in there and I said, I know what's exactly wrong with you guys. You're in love. I said, every one of you, and you, your girlfriends have got y'all so wound up. I said, I had to get a plunger in the commode back there for the hearts that's floating around. And look, they's all crouching. One of my players was in the stall in the bathroom, and he wouldn't come out because he knew I was going to get him too. But it just come. I've thrown things. I've gone up and hit the backboard with my hand, cracked my knuckles and stuff. Hurt like a son of a gun.
And that's a lot of the things people don't understand. You would be Friday nights, late, Saturday morning, washing uniforms and cleaning up. That's the stuff
A
people
lot of
don't
hours,
understand.
man.
Yeah.
I always felt like I always washed for 47 years. I did the washing. And I wanted my kids to be clean and dry the next day. I had one of my kids come into the office and he said, Coach, what is this rash on my leg here? And I looked at him and I said, you ain't been washing your practice pants. I said, if you don't wash those practice pants, that sweat gets in there and it hardens the material. And said, it's like a Brillo pad. So he washed his clothes from then on.
Well, I know you have to be saddened by the fact for the third time in 4 years, no jamboree. Because that was one of your pride.
That was my pride and joy at Vidalia. When I got to Vidalia, we had to travel to jamborees. We had to go everywhere to jamborees. And I came up with the idea. I said, us, Block, and Sicily Island have to travel every week. I said, we're going to end that stuff. We're going to have our own jamboree. And it's 26 miles from each of us. And that was one of my best things. I had about an 18 jamboree at times.
Yours was one of the biggest in Northeast Louisiana
It
for a
was.
while.
It
and
was.
When you had Block and Cathedral.
Cathedral, yeah. Cathedral was there. Gina, Faraday, and
I mean, you started at 3 o'clock.
yeah. I mean, it was the officials. They loved it. They said we might die out here tonight. But
You know what, that Block Cathedral, even though they didn't play, that became quite a rivalry because there was a lot of mouthing going on.
Oh yeah.
Jerry West,
Yeah.
he played and ran back the kickoff all the way.
Yeah.
And Block was like, wait a minute, because they thought they were just going to walk past it. And that was a great game.
It was. So we had great games with Block, especially when Joe Bonner's over there, my old sweet mate. I mean, it was hair, teeth, and eyeballs in those days. And
Well, obviously, South Natchez game.
oh God, Coach Reed called me one spring. He said, let's play a ball game next day. I said, Coach, you're not at the red top end drinking, are you? I said, we can't play that. I said, we 2A and y'all 5A state champions. He said, "Oh, it'd be a great game." Yeah. Well, he talked me into it to play, and it was probably the biggest crowd ever been in that stadium, because everybody had played on Thursday night, so all their fans came in there. And
How did you guys play against?
we played well. We played well. It was Woodside.
12 points.
That was Woodside.
Yeah, Woodside. They were
you
number
walked-
one in the state.
Yeah, and I remember you said you walked up to the top of the stadium and looked, and the cars coming from the bridge were just.
It was one right after another. I thought it was a homecoming parade coming through here. And I mean, they were parked all the way down the highway, and it was something to see. My kids went out to warm up, and they said, "Coach, the stadium is packed at warm up." I said, and the officials, they were intimidated as all get out. I said, "What's going on here?" I said, "We playing Natchez High for the first time ever," and it was.
And I think you beat them the next year.
We beat them a couple of years later. Yeah, we beat them 2 out of the 7 years we played them. Could have beat them some more.
Well, Ronnie was talking about some of your kids. Who were some of the best you played against?
Oh gosh, I had a ton of those guys.
I know Dexter Butcher had to be.
Dexter Butcher was tremendous from block. He was tremendous. Of course, Booger McFarland. The list goes on and on. My favorite guy is the one from Faraday, because he killed us.
They had some.
He played guard on offense, middle guard on defense.
Had to be Walter.
Walter Johnson. Had nightmares about not. I still have nightmares. Somebody says,
That '84 game had to be one of the best ever, and I still believe today. You know, Faraday ended up going to the
going
dome.
to the dome. If we'd have beat
Y'all
Faraday,
beat
we'd
him,
have gone to the dome.
Absolutely, because y'all were two of the
Walter
best
Johnson.
teams.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Walter Johnson.
They
You still coaching at Faraday?
yeah, they
Okay.
Faraday had an easier road to the dome
Yeah.
than we did. We had to go through
Winfield.
Notre Dame or Crowley.
Yeah.
That was exciting. And we didn't make it, but they did, you know. But it was our rivalry with Faraday is unbelievable.
Yes. I mean, y'all were playing the Jamboree to be packed, and everybody would be on the edge of their seats like it was a championship.
Oh
game.
yeah, and that's why we always played them, because that would bring in the crowd if we played Faraday in the Jamboree.
Right, exactly.
And usually, if the team won the Jamboree, they'd lose in the regular season.
Yeah.
I should have known that, and I would have
Adjusted
taken steps.
Well, before we go, how's your health doing?
It's fine. It's fine.
That
Everybody.
had to be tough stepping down. Because
Yeah, I miss it. I miss my kids. I miss coaching. And I'd probably still be out there today if the association hadn't pulled the rug out from under me. But
yeah, they went ahead and made a rule about you have to be a teacher or something there, because Trey
Yeah.
Falk at Lafayette, and it ended up.
there were 4 of us that didn't teach classes. We just coached football. So one of them messed up, and so they decided, oh, we'll just get rid of all 4 of them.
Punish everybody.
Yeah, so they got me out of there. And then later on in that season, they said, oh, y'all can coach again.
Yeah,
I
your
said,
grandfather did. It's like, well,
yeah, I said,
damage is done, folks.
I said,
I think we got time for maybe one more just super quick question. And
Okay.
I'll go first and leave you the last one. I wanted you to tell the story super quick about whenever you called the Haynesville coach to schedule. Do you remember telling me that story? I was telling Dustin about it off air and I was laughing.
my kids had one trait. They would knock your tail off. They were the hardest hitting people. So people wouldn't play us, you know. They said, we're not playing today and be sore till Wednesday. We're not playing. So I had to go around the state playing the top elite teams, and one of them was Haynesville, who was one of the greatest high schools, still are, in North Louisiana. And I called Red Franklin, and I said, Coach, won't we play next year? Day in Haynesville. It's a long way to Haynesville. He said, Coach, nobody ever calls us for a game. I said, maybe I got the wrong number. And we got the game, and they came to Bidet. I said, Red, I just wanted you to play in Bidet one time. Every time I play you, if it's in the playoffs, it's up in Haynesville. And he came down, and we came that close to beating them that night. And because he is a great coach. He's one of the greatest coaches ever been in the state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
I'm going to step away from my final question. And Henry Sugg, I don't think he can write you up now at this stage, so I think you're okay. But the faculty meetings, you and Johnny Lee would sit under the clock, and what would happen?
We had our faculty meetings in the library. Johnny Lee, my old assistant coach and quarterback, would sit there, and we'd have our backs to the rest of the people in the thing. We'd be over there talking, you know, during the thing. We had a clock sitting right above us that didn't have a face on it. So Johnny Lee would reach up there and get that hand and move it down about 20, 30 minutes. And Miss Sugg said, oh my gosh, we got to hurry up and get out of here. So if he's watching this, it'd be the first time he ever knew that.
Sorry.
Huh?
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Well, Coach, we appreciate you having you out, man. I wish we could do this. We could sit here for hours and do this.
Oh, I know it.
And we'll have you back. We're going to be here every Thursday, and we'll have you back, and you can be a regular on the show with us.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
How much did y'all pay?
We don't pay well, I can tell you that.
Oh,
So,
a glass of water.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
good.
Well, we appreciate it, and it's an honor for us. We both talked about it earlier in the week. It really is an honor for us. I know we like to pick on each other and stuff, but you know how much we love you and how much we respect you, and we certainly appreciate it.
Well, it's an honor to be with two of my favorite people.
Yeah.
And we go back a long, long ways.
Absolutely.
I remember Joey used to have hair.
Well, look, guys, we're going to step away, and we'll be right back, and we'll be back with Jessica Anderson from the Magnolia Bluffs Casino to tell us a little bit about the Players Club.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Mullins, Director of Radiology Services at Trinity Medical. We offer many services to the rural areas, including MRI, CT, digital mammo, fluoroscopy, and ultrasound.
Hi, I'm Abby Laird, the ultrasound technologist at Trinity Medical.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm an X-ray technologist at Trinity Medical. Nobody enjoys coming to the hospital, at least I don't, or having your annual appointments, but I try to make their experience as pleasant as possible.
My name is Amy Smith, and I'm a radiologic technologist here at Trinity Medical. Here at Trinity Medical, we now offer MRI services for our Miss Lou community.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I'm the lead mammographer here at Trinity Medical. Here at Trinity, we have one of the newest mammography units. It's a Dimensions tomographic 3D, 2D machine, so you're getting the benefit of a 2D mammo and a 3D mammo. The detection rates are higher now that technology has gone a little bit further. It's basically the best mammography unit you can get.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. I want to tell you about our awesome partners, J.E. Hicks Distributing Company, also known as Hicks Chiks. Hicks Chiks is a local, family-owned food distribution company that has been serving the Miss Lou since 1945. You already know they serve all of your favorite restaurants, but did you know they are also open to the public? Hicks has a variety of food products, including delicious heat and eat options like chicken and dumplings, white bean chicken chili, lasagna, and gumbo. They also carry a wide variety of seafood options like shrimp, crabs, tuna steaks, salmon, and catfish. And don't forget about their famous TNT burgers that are already pattied up for you and their amazing dessert options. So go see the awesome team at Hicks Chiks at 1380 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Natchez. Hicks Chiks, way more than just chicken. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We want to tell you about our awesome partner, Dr. Gregg and Gregg Veterinary Hospital. Gregg Veterinary Hospital has been providing comprehensive, reliable, cutting-edge veterinary services to pets in the Miss Lou since 2002. They welcome pets of all shapes and sizes who are in need of emergency treatment or who require routine medical, surgical, and dental care. Dr. Gregg and his team offer a long list of services, including in-house laboratory diagnostics, digital x-ray, soft tissue, orthopedic surgery, dental care, extractions, laser surgery, laser therapy, preventative health, and wellness plans. And if you need grooming and boarding services, they do that too. So call Gregg Veterinary Hospital today. All right, guys, we are back. What an episode with Coach Faircloth, huh?
That was a lot of fun, as we expected.
And now we're going from a Viking to a Trojan here. We got Miss Jessica Anderson, who is the Players Club manager here at Magnolia Bluff Casino. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you
I
guys?
saw you over there listening to the coach. You weren't trying to give him some razzle or anything, were you?
No, not. But I gave him that eye.
You gave him that you gave him that Trojan eye?
I gave him that Trojan. Like, watch what you say.
Oh my goodness. Well, like I said, Jessica is the Players Club manager here at Magnolia Bluffs Casino, and been here since 2015.
That's correct. 2015,
Yeah, awesome.
Long time.
Well, we're glad to have you out, and we want to just dive in and talk about the Players Club real quick.
Okay.
Let's start with the membership. What do you guys offer and the benefits of being a member?
Okay, so now with Magnolia Bluffs, we now have tiered cards. Our first tier is Signature, second is Preferred, and then Premier is our highest tier.
Okay.
So the more you play, the more points you earn, the better your chances are for being a Premier player.
Okay.
With the Premier card, we get lots of benefits, discounts in our restaurants, discounts in our gift shops, and so on and so forth. So a lot of good benefits with these cards.
And that restaurant's delicious, so that's a big deal.
Oh my God, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we're looking at a playcation package.
Yes. So now we have a playcation package, and it's the casino and hotel together promotion. And so with that, you go in, you call the hotel, and they'll get you set up for it. And it's a room at a room rate of $109. Also, you'll get a $20 free play voucher, and then a $30 off voucher for our Playmakers restaurant.
Wow. Okay. And that's happening now.
It's happening now. Yes, sir.
What about some of your promotions, Jessica?
So some of the promotions that we have, we're running Zumba right now. And this weekend is the last weekend for that. So players still have a chance where they're going to be called and get $100K in cash. So
how does Zumba work?
So Zumba, we call their names. They come up, we verify. Once we verify their names and who they are, they get to press the big red button on our Zumba machine in hopes that they get 6 red balls. But if not, they can get so many red balls and get cash or free play. But you have to get the red balls in order to get the cash or free play.
Okay, it's called Zumba.
It's called Zumba.
A chance to win $100,000.
Yes.
Some serious dough now.
Serious
That's right.
dough,
That's right. And, tell us about some stuff that's coming up in September.
In September. So in September, still again, lots of fun promotions. We have our $10,000 Funds in the Sun, and that will take place on Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
The last drawing that we do that evening at 10 p.m., one lucky guest will have a chance to go home with $5,000 in cash. So, good reason to come out and celebrate the Labor Day weekend with us.
And be inside, not in that sun. And be inside and not in that sun.
Oh yeah, we inside all day long.
Place to be.
Hey, and another great reason to come out Labor Day weekend is right here in this room, this beautiful Playmaker Sportsbook room. TVs everywhere, and college football starts up, and including LSU that Sunday night. So that Saturday, that Sunday, and that Monday night, we'll all have football games, and this is a great place to watch the games too. So there's another great reason to come out Labor Day weekend and every weekend from here on out.
Yes.
So what's this 80K wheel and deal?
So with the
I like wheeling and dealing.
Yes, that's it. So
I like 80K even more.
80K, exactly. So with the wheel and deal, they have a chance to come up and spin our big wheel that we have here. There's cash and free play on the wheel itself.
Okay.
But if they just so happen to hit the deal, they can have a chance to pick an envelope. Well, first of all, we'll give them $300 in in cash, I believe. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And so after that, they can decide to pick, if they want to, decide to pick one of the envelopes, which in the little envelope, it'll have another prize in it, and it could be up to $999 in that envelope with cash.
And it could be a rock.
It could be
No.
a rock. No, not really. They're going to win something.
They're going to win something. That's right. Well, do you have anything else you want to add while we got you here?
Nothing more. If they want to come out, our Players Club is always open to answering questions for anything that, anything they want to know about Magnolia Bluffs Casino.
All right. Well, y'all come on out and see this Faraday Trojan, and got a beautiful smile and a great personality, and Jessica will be glad to help you out.
Most definitely.
And we appreciate you coming on the set and sharing this with us.
All right.
And we'll be right back with my buddy Tim with the pick of the week.
All right.
Playtime, game time. Anytime is a good time at Magnolia Bluffs Casino Hotel. Soak up the fun with our $100,000 sizzling hot Zoom ball giveaway and $10,000 cash grand prize. It's your time to win at Magnolia Bluffs Casino Hotel. It's always a good time. Visit MagnoliaBluffsCasino.com.
If you like what we're doing here at Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, make sure to like, follow, share on Facebook and Instagram, and visit our website, MissLouChampions.com. It costs you nothing, and it helps us to continue to shine the spotlight on awesome people right here in our community.
You got a call?
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you to Jessica Anderson for sharing some awesome information about the Players Club with us. Y'all come out and see her. Even though she's a Trojan, y'all come out and see her. She's laughing at me now. But now we got my buddy Tim back in for the pick of the week.
That's right. How's it going this week?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well. The pick won last week. If you missed out on it, get down here, check out the Sportsbook. We're going to try and just give winners this season. I can't guarantee them, but we're going to try our best.
So what are we looking like this week? So we're starting to get into some college.
We got our first set of some college games. Also some more NFL preseason. So lots of options up at the book. Also, I think we've got some UFC bets up there, women's basketball, obviously some baseball. So stop down, check out, talk with Eric and our sportsbook team. Certainly lots of options. They're happy to run you through. But where I'm focused at this week for the pick of the week, college football. Week 0, like you always said, but they do mean something this week. NFL preseason, don't necessarily know who's going to play, kind of tough to call. College football, I think, a little easier this week. So a lot of points here. So if you're afraid of a blowout game, stay away from it. But my pick this week, USC Trojans minus 30.5 versus San Jose State.
Yeah, I like it.
USC's going to come out strong, I think. They're always looking to set the tone for the season. Look at that. We've got some delicious Philly cheesesteak sandwiches.
Philly cheesesteak?
Philly cheesesteak.
So what is the Louisiana Tech line?
Louisiana Tech's looking like minus 11 at home against Florida International Golden Panthers with an over-under of 58.5.
They lost their running back, didn't they?
They did. Yeah.
So that didn't really affect the line much.
Didn't move it too much. So their backup must be favorable.
Florida International that bad.
Yeah, that's true too.
And I'll tell you about the pick of the week. I'm sitting here trying to process it. Offenses sometimes come out sluggish, but I like this pick because USC has an offensive mind as a coach, and they have a great quarterback
And
return.
the kid from Mandy, the freshman, he's
That's right.
supposedly going to start. Taddy Curtis.
That's right.
impressive.
And another thing is, another reason that I like this pick is the Pac-10 is getting a lot of disrespect right now. and really, if you're USC, if you're a team over there, you're looking at if you want to make the playoffs, you got to show out this year because you're going to get disrespected towards the end of the year.
That's right.
So they're going to have to make every game count, and they're going to have to run the score up on some people, unfortunately, to get that respect to the end of the year. So I like that pick.
That's right.
All right, man. Well,
Get down here and bet it before it changes. Now that Ronnie likes it, we might have to bump it up a couple points.
That's right.
I'm going the other way.
This Philly cheesesteak looks delicious, so I'm gonna have to get us out of here so we can eat, man.
Sure
You're
does.
not even going to attempt it.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna.
I don't know what I did to not get one, but they look good.
Oh my goodness! Well, look, thanks to Coach Fairclough, thanks to Joey, thanks to all of our partners who make this possible, including Concordia Sentinel, including Magnolia Bluff Casino, the beautiful Playmaker Sports Bar and Grill. Thanks to all of our awesome partners who make this possible. Thank you to everybody who watched. I hope y'all are enjoying watching these shows as much as we are. Big thank you to Coach Fairclough. It was always an honor to talk to him. Just want to thank you to Tim.
Absolutely.
Thank you to Jessica. Thank y'all to everybody. The whole team here. Everybody's awesome. God bless everybody out there. And real quick, Joey had a great idea for my nephew, who a lot of people know about, Watson. So I'll let you take it, Joe.
Merry Christmas, Watson.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
We'll be
Watson.
doing your Christmas this weekend.
That's right.
God bless everybody out there. And as always, have a champion day.
I'm Mackenzie Shirley. I'm one of the speech therapists here at Trinity Medical. I work in both the inpatient and outpatient settings here with the pediatric up into the geriatric population. Here at Trinity, all disciplines collaborate together to provide the best of care to our patients. A speech therapist assesses and treats various disorders such as speech sound, language, fluency, swallowing, social communication, and cognitive communication deficits. We utilize many different materials to create patient-specific tasks to address their goals in our therapy sessions. We would love to help you with any therapy need.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We want to tell you about our awesome partner, Dr. Gregg and Gregg Veterinary Hospital. Gregg Veterinary Hospital has been providing comprehensive, reliable, cutting-edge veterinary services to pets in the Miss Lou since 2002. They welcome pets of all shapes and sizes who are in need of emergency treatment or who require routine medical, surgical, and dental care. Dr. Gregg and his team offer a long list of services, including in-house laboratory diagnostics, digital x-ray, soft tissue, orthopedic surgery, dental care, extractions, laser surgery, laser therapy, preventative health, and wellness plans. And if you need grooming and boarding services, they do that too. So call Gregg Veterinary Hospital today. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. I want to tell you about our awesome partners, J.E. Hicks Distributing Company, also known as Hicks Chiks. Hicks Chiks is a local, family-owned food distribution company that has been serving the Miss Lou since 1945. You already know they serve all of your favorite restaurants, but did you know they are also open to the public? Hicks has a variety of food products, including delicious heat and eat options like chicken and dumplings, white bean chicken chili, lasagna, and gumbo. They also carry a wide variety of seafood options like shrimp, crabs, tuna steaks, salmon, and catfish. And don't forget about their famous TNT burgers that are already pattied up for you and their amazing dessert options. So go see the awesome team at Hicks Chiks at 1380 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Natchez. Hicks Chiks, way more than just chicken. If you like what we're doing here at Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, make sure to like, follow, share on Facebook and Instagram, and visit our website, MissLouChampions.com. It costs you nothing, and it helps us to continue to shine the spotlight on awesome people right here in our community.